What is this hair, bro? What is this fucking hair, dog? What do you think you're... Are you a rockabilly? Is that what this look is, dude? I'm saying it. How many years have I fucking talked about gun control? Let's see. Tom Piker, gun control, the Young Turks.
We have a problem in our country.
This is not my best.
It's a new problem. It's a problem that nobody really thought about too much a few years ago, and it's called vaping, especially vaping as it pertains to innocent children. And they're coming home and they're saying, "Mom, I want a vape." And the parents don't know too much about it, and nobody knows too much about it, but they do know it's causing a lot of problems. And we're gonna have to do something about it.
I'm sick and tired of the nanny state telling me what I can and can't do. First, they made us get driver's licenses to operate vehicles. Then they talk about licenses to own guns.
What's next? Requiring a license to make toast in your own damn toaster?
Little did Daryl know that's exactly what's going to happen.
A promise of action from the Oval Office to snuff out the vaping emergency.
We can't have our youth be so affected.
The administration revealing its plans to eliminate flavored e-cigarettes from the market until the companies that make them apply for and receive FDA approval.
I mean, concentration camps for kids I could stand. White nationalist dog whistles was one thing, but banning my Juul? You've gone too far, sir. As of Friday, there have been more than 450 possible cases of lung illness associated with using e-cigs reported to the CDC across 33 states and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The flavor pods like mango and bubblegum are reportedly targeted at children. Authorities are now taking notice.
In an effort to tamp out teen vaping, just last week, Michigan banned the products with flavors like mango and bubblegum, the first state in the nation to do so.
The leading speculation on this is that the lung problems are caused by the black market THC cartridges, which aren't even dangerous because of the THC, but because of the vitamin E used in the pods themselves. Vitamin E also is not dangerous on its own either, but its acetate is used to make the vaping liquid thicker and can have a harmful effect when inhaled as vapor. Now you might be thinking, Hasan, how did they get to ban vapes so quickly? I mean, 6 people died. This is America. Meanwhile, 36,000 people die in the US every year because of guns. Well, let's take a look at some numbers. The global vaping industry is now worth $22 billion. In the US alone, their market size is near $13 billion. On the other hand, the gun industry's economic impact rose from $19 billion in 2008 when Barack Obama was president to $51 billion in 2016, according to the National Shooting Sports Foundation, and also because of all of the conservatives who were terrified that a Muslim black man was going to take their guns away. So that could have something to do with the fact that it's much easier to ban vapes before we get to the constitutional arguments. There's also the fact that electronic cigarettes are seen as a big competitor to big tobacco, which is a $218 billion industry. Cigarettes, of course, have killed far more than guns and vapes combined. So let's run those numbers again. Vapes have so far killed 6 people, and it's a $13 billion industry, and they're about to get banned. Firearms kill 36,000 people each year, and they're a $51 billion industry, and we can't even get regulations, and the manufacturers have a stranglehold on our politicians. Cigarettes kill 480.
You know what's really funny? Well, I mean, this is not to my own horn, but like, my consistency is fucking insane, okay?
1,000 people in the US annually, and it is a $218 billion industry, so you know, we're not banning them anytime soon. So it kind of seems like how much money your industry makes affects your chances of getting serious regulations thrown at you, regardless of how many people die using your products. Money also changes your public image and allows you to directly influence politicians through lobbying. Now, there's also the constitutional argument about guns, but smart viewers already know that the Second Amendment is subject to interpretation, especially since even the NRA has backed rollbacks on open carry laws in the past when black people chose to exercise those rights. Now the NRA spends its time lobbying Congress and riling up their members to push back against gun control that 90% of the American public supports, like universal background checks, of course. The way the American public thinks about the Second Amendment and its infallibility against legal arguments is a relatively new phenomenon, and one that happens to cost thousands of lives annually. So remember that next time you wonder why we can ban lawn darts after 1 person dies, or flavored Juuls after 6 people die, but we can't even get modest regulation on guns after 36,000 annual deaths. I'm Hasan Piker, and this has been The Breakdown.
Boom! Okay, there's another one. Here you go. This one might be cringe. Win all gun control arguments. This is from 2018.
Isn't that just like a woman?
And it's actually older than that. It's actually older than 2018, I think. It's just it's like re-uploaded. I re-uploaded it in 2018, I think.
Isn't that just like a woman? Brings a knife to a gunfight.
This might be real blamified.
After the disgusting shooting at a Texas church this past Sunday, I decided to maybe give the thoughts and prayers thing a rest. Now, look, these sentiments can offer comfort to some at a time of great anguish, but the reality is that we have a mass shooting problem here in the U.S. with over 307 happening in 2017.
This proves you joined the left for money. Yeah, dude, I loved getting death threats for being like a random producer at the Young Turks, like on a regular basis.
Alone. So informing others and combating their misinformation.
For quite literally the past 10 years, as my hairline has receded and I now have white hairs all over my chest and my beard and my hair. You know, it was so sick. It was the best.
Is one way you can offer more than just sympathy and play your part in incremental change. So let's take a look at the most common arguments gun control opponents make, going from really fucking stupid to somewhat less stupid.
You can't let some tyrannical dictator decide who can and can't be armed. Because at the end of the day, what we really have to worry about as much as crime is you have to worry about the government turning into crime.
So who's going to decide when the government morphs into a tyrannical dictatorship then? Because according to the Bundy folks, Obama was enough of a tyrant that they felt they had to forcibly take over a federal building with heavily armed militia. Luckily they were white, so they weren't immediately slaughtered, but even so, that obviously didn't work out well for anyone involved in the end. They got murdered, that's what I'm saying. Also, if the US government wanted to end our lives, they would do with such unimaginable efficiency the entire state of Texas would end up looking like a Yemeni wedding on a cloudless summer day. Also, this is probably a good time to inform you that I am also a person who shoots guns and is somewhat more informed than the average gun-hating libtard. But moving on.
They're banned in Belfast. They're forbidden in Belfast. Do you think anybody had a hard time getting them? How about in New York City? It'd take me 15 minutes for me to get a submachine gun.
There would be a revolution in this country. 270 million guns in this country right now.
There are far too many criminals in this country, so I guess we should also make criminal activity like murder, rape, cheating on your taxes completely legal.
Dude, how sad is it that like it's been so many fucking years and the arguments are literally the same, dude. It's so sad.
Legal while we're at it. This is a dumb argument. If I enjoyed drunk driving, which was basically encouraged up until the 60s, and I didn't kill anyone while I was hammered behind the wheel, why should some other people who can't control themselves ruin my fun? I can't believe I have to make this point because it's so fucking obvious. But just because a law isn't 100% effective at keeping people from breaking that law doesn't mean we get rid of the law. Duh. Moving on.
It's never been shown that these gun laws are effective other than in keeping guns out of the hands of law-abiding citizens.
This is simply untrue. Also, no one is proposing a Nazi-style confiscation of weapons from only one segment of society. Expanding background checks to forbid possible future shooters from purchasing guns without what some might call extreme vetting is actually a popular idea both among gun owners as well as all Americans. It polls at 92%. The idea is to make it as understandably arduous to own a gun, a tool with the exclusive purpose of ending a life, so that guys like the shooter in Texas can't just check a box asking if he has a criminal history and just pick up an AR-15 from his local gun chain superstore. But moving on.
So what is going on in Chicago? Chicago already has some of the strictest gun control laws in the country, and those laws have not gotten any looser.
Yes, Tucker, while Chirac might still have some of the most restrictive gun laws, despite the NRA chipping away at them one by one, more importantly, Illinois' neighboring states do not have strict gun laws, which is why the majority of guns used in violent instances come from Wisconsin and Indiana. This is precisely...
Yeah. All my homies hate Wisconsin and Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Bro, literally the same. I said this yesterday because the fundamental issues have not changed, folks. You could literally take this video and straight up show it right now, today, and every single thing that I mentioned is still relevant. Every single thing that I've said. Glad you didn't say Idaho back then. Yo, fuck Idaho too. I forget how intelligent you look in these vids. Haha. You roll so fucking much. Stop rolling so much. Your timing is bad. I love when people say snarky dickhead shit like this, where it's like, you know, you looked so intelligent in those videos. You're like a fucking dumbass now. Like, I know you're stupid because I get to listen to you for 8 hours a day. It's my first ever diss. Come on now, shut up, bitch. You're like fucking annoying backseater and From Software games too. It was a compliment? No, it wasn't. I knew exactly what the fuck he was saying. He's trying to say that I looked smart in these videos as opposed to like how stupid he knows I am now. And also, I'm much nicer now. I'm only giving 7 dares today. That's crazy. I don't know why.
Why we need to handle this problem at a federal level. And I understand sporting and the urge to protect yourself, but transfer loopholes and gun shows and being able to bring guns in freely to Illinois have had a serious impact on gun violence. But let's look at another point.
In America, legally owned guns are used millions of times a year to save innocent lives.
The good guy with a gun is a myth perpetuated by the NRA and even by our president as recently as after the Texas church shooting when 2 Texans tailed and allegedly gunned down the shooter.
Fortunately, somebody else had a gun that was shooting in the opposite direction. Otherwise, it would have been as bad as it was. It would have been much worse.
Except that no one stopped this bad guy. They allegedly followed him and shot him well after the dude had killed like 10% of the town. So it's a—
By the way, again, that is literally the exact same shit that fucking happened.
It's a bullshit talking point even in this instance. And it's also statistically disproven. For each instance a gun is used for self-defense, a gun is involved in 7 assaults, 11 suicide attempts, and 4 accidents around the home. So you're way more likely to hurt yourself with a gun than a supposed rapist assault squad trying to break into your fucking middle-class home. And let's talk about the AR-15, the Armalite rifle. It's not even a good gun for home protection. And I get it, it's the weapon of choice for mass murderers because it has low recoil, it has a larger magazine capacity, as well as easy and cheap customization options. It looks fucking cool, but it's a gun designed to kill multiple targets with ease. So unless you're John Wick being pursued by a crime syndicate for not committing one final assassination, a bolt-action rifle or a pump shotgun is more than enough to stop a robbery if it comes to that. But those guns obviously don't make as much money as the AR-15, so there's that. But you might be thinking, what about when the Antifa super soldiers storm my house? Won't I need an AR-15 then? No, you won't. You'll need some sort of imaginary super weapon because the only way to stop a paranoid fantasy of evil rampaging socialists that doesn't exist is a fantasy kind of gun that also doesn't exist. So don't bring a knife to a gunfight and bring knowledge to a gun debate. And share this video with your friends.
Okay, it wasn't as cringe. I appreciate your consistency. I'm sorry for spamming, but can you explain to me the Schumer blocked the GOP bill safety? From what I could glean from the bill, it seems like the GOP just wanted to form a board to force through ineffective school safety measures without addressing the gun issues. What? Can you explain to me when Schumer blocked the GOP House bill for school safety? From what I could glean from the bill, it seems like the GOP just wanted to form a board force through ineffective school safety measures without addressing the gun issues. Okay, so what's up? Like, did you just describe exactly why the reason he did that and then ask the question? Was it just like to... You're so proud of your younger self and it's pretty cool. I mean, dude, I'm not even proud of my younger self. I'm just jealous. I wish I had like this level of knowledge. But that body, you know what I mean? I wish I was like still 24, 25, 26. Look at that fucking hairline, dude. This? You see this area? Non-existent. Do you want to know why? Because I didn't have to deal with you motherfuckers in the chat all goddamn day. Chewing my fucking ear off, dude. Content creation is a lot more fun when you got a bitch in your ear telling you constantly this and that non-fucking stop. Okay? Yeah, chat, you are the bitch in my ear constantly telling me Little Caesar's pizza doesn't taste delicious. All right, I'm going to post that. So I'm gonna say I shot this video in 2018, and it's sad that aside from my hairline, it reads like I shot it this week. Yo, Lord forgive me. I'm about to morb the fuck out, dude. Okay? I'm telling you right now, you keep talking shit in the chat, I will morb so fucking hard like no one has ever morbed before. It's morbin time, dude. I will fucking, oh my god, I will go super morbin mode, dude. Taking a closer look, your head looks it looks larger now. Thank you. What do you have to say to the people who argue that these laws will only be enforced in a way that hurts leftists and POC while continuing to protect white supremacists that cops already do? What do I have to say to those people? Every law works that way. So I guess we should just abolish laws in general. Instead of tackling on the white supremacist structures or the anti-worker structures that we exist under, we should instead just, you know, abolish all laws, I think. Who are you, Jeremy Morbin? I am. I'm morbing pretty fucking hard. Let's see. I want to see if there's an older fucking gun control conversation. Let's see if I can find an even older one. Tom Parker breakdown TYT. All laws are bad. A-Lab, baby. Oh, I wanted to show you guys Ted Cruz getting absolutely fucking cumstered as well by a reporter who actually pushes back. We already... Oh, gun control is political and GOP's winning? Okay, that seems good.
Large crowd.
Gun control is political
At
and
a
GOP's
country
winning.
music concert in Las Vegas, Nevada. He brutally murdered more than 50 people and wounded hundreds more. It was an act of pure evil.
Yeah. So now we know the shooter was white, even though the AP and other outlets immediately rushed to advance the narrative that the shooter was a Muslim convert as ISIS tried to take responsibility for the attack, and that's probably going to circulate on the far-right blogs for eternity. But I'm not here to talk about the obvious disparity between the treatment of non-white terrorists radicalized by Islam versus white lone shooters with a history of mental health problems that like to gamble and listen to country music. I feel like it's redundant at this point. But
this hair is ridiculous. I literally look like... Okay, I look like shit here. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What I am here to do is politicize the hell out of this tragedy, because that's what you're supposed to do in the aftermath of an event like this. You search for the root cause and factors that contribute to it, and then you politicize them in an effort to prevent...
Honestly though, if I dude, this is like, I look the way I do because I have the crazy hair and also no beard. That's why.
More disasters from happening. Because a mass shooting is an inherently political event, even if the shooter doesn't have an obvious political motive. Saying we shouldn't politicize this is itself, in a way, politicizing the event.
There's a time and place for a political debate, but now is the time to unite as a country.
It's never a good time to have this debate because a mass shooting happens almost every single day. We've had almost 300 mass shootings this year. Also, if this instance of terror isn't political, then explain to me why gun sales went up on Monday morning, not even 12 hours after the shooting occurred. Actually, while you're explaining that, please also explain to me why gun sales suffer under Trump, but were thriving under Obama, especially in the aftermath of Sandy Hook. But yeah, I guess this is no longer a political issue when mass murder of children couldn't even turn the conversation around gun control in this country. It's not a political issue because one side has completely dominated the conversation. Also, all these insane gun control counter arguments are never advanced for any other concept. You never hear about how evil people cannot cannot be stopped, so we should just deregulate everything for anything else because it's an insane talking point. In the aftermath of a tragic pileup at an intersection that required a red light, no one sits around and goes, hey, hold on, car crashes are gonna happen anyway, it's due to bad drivers, so we shouldn't punish the good drivers just trying to get to work on time. There's no powerful lobby that drapes itself with the Constitution trying to push for eliminating criminality of rape because sex is a complicated matter and rapists are gonna rape anyway. Aren't conservatives supposed to be the law and order folks? So how does this make any sense? So I have something to tell to all these don't politicize this tragedy people. In the aftermath of a tragedy like Vegas, if your first reaction is to figure out why this particular mass shooting couldn't have been prevented by regulation, ask yourself if that's truly productive or helpful, or if you're simply searching.
Dude, it's really fucked up that this fucking dickhead literally stole every single one of my talking points. Straight up. Like, can you imagine this fucking guy? He's on a gigantic network like the Young Turks, and he's out here literally fucking word for word, verbatim, stealing my whole fucking flow, copying my shit. Okay? What a fucking scumbag this kid is, dude. Look at this fucking 18-year-old looking piece of shit, dude, with the goddamn... What are you fucking playing bowling later? What is this? What is this? What is this hair, bro? What is this fucking hair, dog? What do you think you're fucking... Are you a rockabilly? Is that what this look is, dude? Looking like fucking Jimmy Neutron Elvis head ass, dude. I'll beat the shit out of this guy, chat. I'll fuck him up, dude. I will fucking destroy him. What is this shirt, bro? You got a leopard print shirt? Some things never change, actually.
For talking points because you're on the GOP team, or because you like playing with your murder toys and you don't want them getting taken away. Gun laws are necessary, and this is coming from someone who rather enjoys shooting weapons. But in 2017...
This is also why it's funny, like, I used to get fucking millions of views on shit like this. So whenever dumb motherfuckers are like, Hasan, you're just a Twitch streamer, all you know is how to fucking react. You know, you've never seen what it takes to create a video, like a video essay. It's like, no, dumbass, I do. I was doing this shit while you were a fucking Nazi on the internet, probably in my comment section being like, hey, you fucking suck, you libtard cuck pussy bitch. Oh my God, Trump owns you, Pepe. You know what I mean? And then now you're a fucking YouTube essayist on the right side of history, right? So now you know. Your new YouTube videos are popping off lately? Yeah. 18 definition of modeling, 30-year-old son talking shit to his 18-year-old good hairline self. No, dude, I wasn't 18 there. I was like 26 or 27.
Alone 11,560.
Yeah, it was 27, dude. It's fucking 2017. Sorry, that was 5 years ago. I was 25 years old. I was actually 25. Well, not even 25. 26 years old. 26 years old. Because I'm about to be 31. Trump owned you, you Edward from Twilight head ass. Lost that much hair in 5 years, dude. I will literally come to your house right now and fuck your mom. I will blow out your mother's back cheeks, back walls into fucking smithereens, and enjoy glorious consensual sexual intercourse with her if you fucking say dumb shit like that in the chat. Do you understand me? I will give her an orgasm for the first time in her goddamn life. You better not say dumb shit.
55 people died because of gun violence, and there have been 271 mass shootings. It's a fucking problem, and we need to politicize it. We need to be able to talk about it. But the reason why we can't is because the NRA dominates the conversation. They've pimped out racial grievances and made gun ownership a cultural issue. And for an extremely polarized nation that loves to play with these toys, we jump to embrace guns as cultural identifiers. Every single GOP handbook response to the aftermath of these...
I don't even remember. Oh my God. Bro, come on, bro. I'm so fucking dumb. Verbatim. I'm just repeating the same shit since, like, even before 2017.
These tragic events range from disingenuous brownie point bullshit to absolutely evil garbage fires. Our thoughts and prayers are with Vegas, a place we don't really think deserves healthcare, but we're totally fine with 14-year-olds shooting fully automatic machine guns. Or saying things like, don't politicize this tragedy that have come about because of our bad policies. If you want to know how successful the NRA has been in driving public opinion, look at handgun bans, for example. In 1959, a ban on handguns polled at 60%. Now it polls at 23%. This is deliberate, and it happened because of the NRA. Much like most of the right-wing think tank advocacy groups, operates exclusively in the interest of boosting profits, regardless of the horrific and destructive social consequence we all experience as a result. We politicize because the NRA promotes this Civil War narrative and then tells its followers to go fist the New York Times' asshole because people aren't buying guns unless they're afraid the government will take them away.
Oh my God, do you guys remember Dana? What the fuck was her name? Who said we need to fist the New York Times ass? So funny.
We politicize this because the NRA doesn't defend the rights of responsible gun owners like Philando Castile when they get gunned down by the police. We politicize it because a white shooter is always a lone wolf and is profiled as a country music fan and a gambler, whereas a black 12-year-old who died in the hands of the police almost has always had it coming for him. We politicize this because black protesters protesting against racial disparities within our justice system are sons of bitches. A condemnation even Nazis don't get. A condemnation.
That's it. No, shut it down. Shut it down. There was a Lin-Manuel Miranda reference in there. Shut it down. Shut it down. We got him. We got him, boys. Fuck this guy. Can you imagine? Can you imagine having this shit in a meme, dude? This is an Occupy Democrats meme right here. Straight up. Disgusting. Fuck this guy. There you go. Thank God. Okay, I'm cooler now. I'm actually cooler now. I'm literally cooler now. Thank fucking Christ, dude. Holy shit. What a lib-ass thing to...
This shooter didn't get. So next time someone tells you not to politicize an issue, remember, everything is political. And you can send your cyber thoughts and prayers and jerk around all day and do nothing. Or you can push your representatives to actually fight back with meaningful legislation. Until then, I'll be here politicizing catastrophes every goddamn day. I'm Hasan Piker, please.
Fuck you, okay? Not gonna lie, this motherfucker's spitting. You should have him on the show. You had a six-pack and was having sex. Think it balances out the lib cringe. Yeah, I was a much, much happier person back then, straight up. I had no financial certainty. I had no fucking control over my life. I had no idea where my career could potentially go to. I was literally living in the fucking shadow of my uncle. No matter how hard I fucking worked and you know, tried to build my own IP, they still controlled it, gave it to everybody else at the Young Turks, which I hated. But I was happy. I was a fucking happy dude, man. I was definitely a happier person. But I think that just comes with your youth, to be honest. Yeah, I had youthful optimism. I mean, ultimately, I had youthful optimism. Look at my fucking hair, dude. I thought this worked. Oh, here's the Ted Cruz can't answer a question from on gun control.
They're 19.
I've been meaning to watch this, so thank you for sending it to me. No joke, it was segments like yours are the ones that focused on Anna, where the reason I started with stay with TYT for as long as I did. Fair America's gotten worse since then. Fit your hair and bitches all together. This is literally facts. So fuck yourself. For why? Why do you feel the need to say it? Okay, you gotta say it, bro. You didn't have 30K dummies saying dumb shit to you. Happier by default, but we love you for it. Yeah, that's true. I didn't have 30,000 bitches in my ear telling me how fucking wrong I am all the goddamn time when I'm literally right.